Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, and this is my first listen and album review of the year of 2019, and I'm so excited. It is going to be the 1975, and not the year, the band. I completely love the 1975. I have been listening to them now for a couple years, and their newest album came out in, I believe, November of last year of 2018, and I was meaning to do this first listen, but I didn't get around to doing it. So their newest album is called A Brief Inquiry into Online Relationships. It's been a little bit of a torture session for me because I've had this album on my Apple Music now for over a month now, and I've been holding off on listening to it because I know that I've been wanting to do this first listen for you guys. Haven't been able to do it, so every time I put my songs on shuffle and one of these songs popped up, I had to immediately hit skip because I didn't want to ruin it for myself. I wanted this to be a true first listen, so I have not heard any of these songs yet. And I think I might have heard a couple of these songs. I think I might have heard of. I honestly don't know if I've heard of any of these songs yet. I haven't heard most of them, but there might have been the odd one I've heard. But anyway, I'm gonna kick it off with the first song called The 1975. So that was track number one. Nothing special about it, really. It was just an interlude of sorts. It was just a minute and 30 seconds. It was pretty much just to kind of prepare you and get you in the mood for the rest of the album. So now let's move on to track number two, Give Yourself a Try. So that was Give Yourself a Try, and I actually have heard that song before. And it's a fantastic song. I love the beat. As you can see, my body was jamming to it. It is a fantastic song. Really good. So far, I am pumped for this album and to listen to the rest of it. So now let's move on to track number three. Two time, two time, two time. So that was two time, two time, two time, and it was another great song. I enjoyed listening to it. As you can see, my body was grooving to it. I feel like this is gonna be a common occurrence in this video where my body is just gonna be like grooving to all these songs, which is always a good sign, especially when it comes to a pop record. Which clearly they are a pop band. There's actually an editor's note right here. I'm making pop records. The 1975 frontman Maddie Healy told Beats One host Matt Wilkinson, "When I say we're a pop band, what I'm really saying is we're not a rock band. Please stop calling us a rock band, because I think that that's the only music we don't make." This is clearly a pop record. I don't hear rock in it at all, so it's very conflicting why people call the 1975 a rock band. Maybe in their earlier work they sounded a bit more rock, but this is definitely a pop record, what I'm listening to right now. So now let's move on to track number four, How to Draw. The song's actually called How to Draw slash Petrichor. Is that how you say it? I do not know how to pronounce that word. Anyway, it's called How to Draw slash Petrichor. Okay, so that was track number four. It was a very, very euphoric song. It's one of those songs where you just kind of lean back and just close your eyes and just let it teleport you to another world. I was captivated by this song. It was really well done. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So now let's move on to track number five. Love It If We Made It. So I'm scrolling down to the bottom of my Apple Music, and it's actually telling me to fill out a profile, which I quickly just did. So if you want, you can jump onto Apple Music, you can follow me, and you can see what I'm listening to. Enlightened Jesse, I just filled out my profile. It's live now, so you can follow me, and you can check out what I'm listening to all the time. You'll probably see a lot of pop, you'll probably see a lot of 90s, but that is what I'm into right now. I'm always discovering new artists, and I'm always listening to music, so check it out, it's always changing. Again, that is Enlightened Jesse on Apple Music. So anyway, let's continue on with this first listen. Where are we? Track number five, Love It If We Made It. So that was Love It If We Made It, and it was a total bop. Really, really good song. I loved it. Um, I was jamming to it, but there is a lot of social commentary in the lyrics. It's a little politically driven, and there's a lot to say in this song, and very meaningful lyrics, a lot to say about the world and what have you. Again, lots of social commentary, rhyming immigration with masturbation. I mean, who knew, right? It's a win in my book, so Love It If We Made It. Really good song, one of my favorite songs on the album so far. So now let's move on to track number six, Be My Mistake. So that was Be My Mistake, a ballad. Very emotionally charged, in my opinion, and it's very sincere, very sad, very honest, and a little heartbreaking at the same time. I enjoyed it. Got me a little sad though, I will say. So now let's move on to track number seven. Sincerity is scary, and it really is. So that was Sincerity is Scary, and I love the song. I love the jazzy twist to it. I love any song that incorporates jazz into it. Really interesting. A little bit of commentary on relationships. Obviously, most of these songs are relationship focused. Obviously, the title of this album is A Brief Inquiry into Online Relationships. So this touches on being honest, not so honest in relationships, speaking your mind, and sincerity is essentially scary. So now let's move on to track number eight. I Like America, and America Likes Me. I Like America and America Likes Me. This is why I love the 1975 so much. Not only are they pop, but they're not just bubblegum pop like so many other records out there. They actually have commentary in their lyrics. They actually have something to say in their lyrics. Very meaningful, very metaphorical, and that is why I love each and every one of their songs. You actually have to pay attention to the lyrics. You actually have to sit there and listen to what they're trying to say. It's not just mindless pop drivel, which is fun once in a while. I mean, I love, bubblegum pop. But this is a different kind of pop record. You actually have to sit down and listen to the lyrics. Very meaningful, each and every one. And that is why I love the 1975 so much. Um, so nice song. I enjoyed it. So now let's move on to track number 9, The Man Who Married a Robot. Love theme. So that is The Man Who Married a Robot. This song essentially tells the story of the Snowflake Smasher 86. Nice allegory right there. A very lonely man, aka millennial. And how he is essentially married to the internet, because when you're in a relationship, when you're married with someone, you tell that other person your secrets. You go with them everywhere. You are with them through their ups and downs. You show them pictures. You show them everything. You show them your whole life. And we are married to the internet because we show the internet everything. We tell them our life story. We share pictures. We share with them our trips. And we essentially have sex with the internet. We watch porn on the internet. We share our dick pics with the internet. We are in a very committed relationship with the internet. I'm in a very committed relationship with the internet. And for a lot of people, it's their only contact. If they didn't have the internet, they would just be a very lonely person. And it's just our way of communicating, and a nice allegory for how we live our lives. I didn't really think of it that way, how we are essentially married to the internet and our computers and our iPhones and our pictures and our dick pics and our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, everything. Everyone does it, and we are just chained to it, chained to the rhythm, chained to the internet. Nice allegory right there. I loved it. So nice song. That actually wasn't even a song. It was just a story. The Man Who Married a Robot, love theme. Really loved it. So now let's move on to track number 10, Inside Your Mind. So that was Inside Your Mind, a very, very beautiful ballad. Very emotionally driven and sad at the same time. I feel like a lot of these songs are bittersweet on this album, and this song is no exception. I loved the build up to the chorus. It was amazing. Very, very amazing song. I loved it. So now let's move on to track number 11. It's Not Living If It's Not With You. It's not with you. Not living if it's not with you. Not living if it's not. Collapse by Vades wearing beautiful shoes. It's not living if it's not with you. And this was a total bop. I loved it. A lot of fun to listen to. A really cool song. There's really nothing more to say about it. It's a really good song. I enjoyed it. So now let's move on to track number 12, Surrounded by Heads and Bodies. So that was Surrounded by Heads and Bodies. This is one of those songs where, at least for me, I don't necessarily know the meaning behind it. It's like poetry. You read it and you try to understand what the writer is trying to tell you. Obviously, there is a big meaning behind it to whomever wrote it. Obviously, the members of the band wrote it. But for someone like myself, you kind of have to figure it out on your own. It's essentially poetry, like I said before. It's a very beautiful song. So now we will move on to track number 13, Mine. There comes a time in every young man's life when he should settle down and find himself a wife. But I am fine because I know that you are mine. So that is Mine, a nice little ballad of a song, essentially saying that you don't need to have a wife or a husband to be happy. You are mine just the way you are. There's so much pressure into getting into marriage, into tying the knot, that what is wrong with just saying that you're mine? Not having to say that you're not my wife, you're not my husband, you're just mine. You're my girlfriend, you're my boyfriend, you are mine. We don't have rings, we didn't exchange vows, you're just mine. That's it. Why does there have to be a wedding? So I think that was the message of the song, at least what I got from it. I could be wrong. But anyway, it was a nice little ballad. So let's move on to track number 14. I could be more in love. You know, I love a good choir. That was track number 14. I could be more in love. A very tragic song. Obviously, everyone has suffered heartbreak, and it's even more painful when you are in love with that person and they've had enough and they decide to move on and they no longer want to be with you. Very, very painful. So now we will move on to track number 15, the last track on the album. Unfortunately, I don't want this album to end. I want it to keep going. But all good things have to come to an end. Number 15, I always wanna die sometimes. So that was the final track on the album. I always wanna die sometimes. Um, this album is a whirlwind of emotions. Obviously, it's not a happy, upbeat pop record by any means. When you start listening to it, prepare yourself for a lot of emotions. It's very bittersweet. Obviously, it is about relationships. It's about being lonely. It's about breakup. It's about heartache. It's about frustration. It's about just wanting love and acceptance and just not getting it or achieving it and then getting it taken away from you and just wanting to be in love and not lonely anymore, which everyone can relate to. Relationships are not easy, they are difficult, they are hard, especially in this day and age with social media and the internet. It almost seems impossible. I know, like someone like myself, a lot of times I want to be in a relationship with someone, but they don't want to be in a relationship. They just want to hook up. Or you just want to be friends with someone. You just want to have people to associate with you. No strings attached, no sexual contact between them. You just want to be friends with them. And you can't have that with them because they also want sex. And because they want sex, they can't be friends. And someone like myself who hasn't been in a relationship in almost 2 years, I am ready to be in one. That is one of my New Year's resolutions. But it is so fucking difficult. It is not easy. I mean, if it's easy for you and you're able to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend quickly, I mean, kudos to you. Teach me your tricks, but it is fucking difficult, especially for someone like myself. I just, a lot of times, I feel like I'm different and I feel like I don't click with a lot of people, and it's very hard to have that connection with someone where a lot of people just don't get me, or they think I'm weird, or they think I'm different. It's just really hard to sustain a relationship that way. So it's a lose-lose often, which is my case. And it's hard, but this kind of takes you on a journey from beginning to end. So I definitely suggested the 1975, an amazing band, an amazing album. They did not disappoint me. Really a good album. I can see myself listening to this continuously in the future. I wish it didn't take me this long to do this first listen. I wish I would have done it sooner. I feel like I missed out on a lot of good songs the last month, but now I finally get to listen to them again. So again, find me on Apple Music. I just started my new profile. It is live, so check me out on there. Check out the songs I'm listening to, the albums, my playlist. I will start adding things gradually through the weeks. I'm excited for this year. A lot of new albums coming out. From mainstream artists, a lot of lesser known artists. I feel like 2019 is going to be a great year for music. So thank you for watching this video. What are your opinions on the album? What's your favorite song? What did you think of it? What's your favorite 1975 song? Let me know. I'm very curious to know. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.